When you hear Fortnite, what do you think of? The streamers? The player base? Or do you think of the seasons? And do you question which season was the greatest? Me? I've asked myself that quite a bit. So, in today's video, I thought it'd be a great idea to rank every Fortnite season. Here we have our list. It goes from peak, which is obviously peak Fortnite, you know, the best of the best, all the way down to horrible. So, starting off, we're going to be putting these 5 seasons there. I don't know what they're like. I don't know how they played. I don't know the times back then. So, if you're already like, oh my god, wait, this list is already terrible. This is my list. It's not yours. It's my opinion. Today, we're going to be answering, for myself, what are the best Fortnite seasons? What was Fortnite's peak for me? Starting off, Season 6. It was alright. It wasn't too bad. From what I can remember, there was Kevin. There was the jump rift things, zombies. I don't know. I didn't really play much, but I played a little bit to know that it was okay. Season 7, arguably, now you could say I'm blinded by nostalgia, and that could very well be true. But Season 7 for me was a peak Fortnite season. It was so fun. You had the airplanes, you had the hoverboards, you had, what else did you have? Or what was added? I guess boomboxes, but boomboxes weren't really that fun. It was a good time. You got snow map. Pretty good season. Season 8, it was amazing. It was okay. It was okay. Season 9. I'm not gonna go in depth with each season or with each season. We'll put this. It was okay. It was alright. This is around the time when I stopped playing Fortnite. I wasn't really consistent, as well as with Season X. I mean, like, it's... If anybody puts this, like, even fucking, like, amazing, like, come on. Was it really that fun? There was the mechs. There was the introduction of Tilted Town, the Gotham City, Taco Town, whatever that place was called. I don't know. I didn't really play that much. But when I did, it wasn't all that. It was, I mean, fuck, it was just whatever. Chapter 2, Season 1. Where do I put this? That's where my skin's from. I don't know where I would put this. Like, I guess it was okay. It wasn't the best. I'm putting it in it's okay, or it was okay, because like it was all right. You started off with snow, like, hey, that was pretty cool. No, wait, we started off with Fortnitemares. This season went on for a long time. I think it dragged out. It was also like with COVID and shit. Chapter 2, Season 2. Amazing. It was an amazing season. I had a lot of fun. I think this was like, it's not peak for me, but I did have a lot of fun with it. With playing with friends, with like how the spy games was. It was a pretty amazing time. If you played back then, you know what it was like. Chapter 2, Season 3. This is gonna be a little controversial. Putting this as one of the peaks for me. You had the water, which was unique. You had Kit, you had Jules. Overall, pretty good season for me. I had so much fun. I wish they released the key art as a loading screen. Still one of the best key arts in the game. It's not even close. Chapter 2, Season 4, Marvel season. The first Marvel season. It was pretty amazing. It was pretty good. Chapter 2, Season 5. It was okay. It was okay. You had sand tunneling. You had the return of Tilted Towers. It was fucking combined with Salty. So you had Salty Towers. A lot of collaborations. A ton of collaborations. I would say, storyline-wise, this was, like, amazing. But, like, season-wise, it was okay. Whatever. Primal. Me, personally, I'm gonna put it was okay. It was okay. It's not as bad as Season 10. Chapter 2, Season 7. Arguably one of my favorite, if not most favorite, season of all time. High peak. This time, or around this time, I was having so much fun with Fortnite. You know, Fortnite. They added Aliens, which was super unique. They added the railgun, the scanner. They fucking added Rick and Morty to this season. Superman. Like, bro, collabs this season were amazing. The weapons this season were amazing. You had the inflatable, which is not really memorable, but it was unique in its own way. You had POIs over the course of the entire season were like being abducted. You were able to go into the mothership to get amazing loot if you like scored enough points or whatever with how that worked. I'd say like this is definitely like a peak season for me. Chapter 2 season 8. I don't know. I kind of want to put it in it's okay. Yeah, okay, never mind. I'll put it in like it was okay. Because like it's not amazing. I was going to say like if you saw my facial expression, you could definitely see I was going to say it was okay. Chapter 3 season 1. Amazing. It was an amazing season. It was a great season. Spider-Man Mythics. You had a new island. Highly anticipated. Everyone wanted to get off the Chapter 2 island. And the way they did it was by flipping the entire island. Overall, the way they did it, it was amazing. Chapter 2, or Chapter 3 Season 2. It was okay. It introduced zero builds, which I'm a huge fan of. Right, if I want to take a break from building, you know, I can just play zero builds. It introduced sliding. Oh, Chapter 3 introduced sprinting. Chapter 3 Season 2 introduced sliding. No. It introduced wall jumping, or whatever the fuck, vaulting, climbing. So that was pretty cool. Overall, it was an okay season. I like the war theme, like what they were doing with the island, you know, capture points, whatever the fuck. So that was pretty cool. Chapter 3, Season 3. A little controversial. I know a lot of people don't like this season because of how, like, I guess bland or boring it was. But I liked it. I like the idea of the reality saplings. I like the idea of just having fun, you know? There's no real theme with this. As you can tell with the battle pass, there's Indiana Jones, there's Darth Vader, right? We're all just having fun, right? Ballers got added back. It was a pretty amazing season. Like, I have my most played, or most amount of games played in this season. So this was, I borderline, this is a peak for me, but yeah, it's alright. If I had to list it, it would be like this. Chapter 3, Season 4. Again, this is going to be pretty controversial. But I liked Chapter 3. Like, the entirety of Chapter 3, up until, you know, Chapter 2, or Chapter 3, Season 4, it's fine. But Chapter 3, Season, or Chapter, what the fuck am I talking about? I'll correct it in editing so you guys know what I'm talking about. But, Chapter 3, Season 4, was pretty good. I like the idea with the chrome. I like the idea with the weapons evolving if you do enough damage. I like the idea, or I like the fact that most of the island was covered in chrome. There was POIs that were lifted with blimps. So, you know, storyline-wise, it was pretty good. Map-wise, all I can think about were the Rocket League cars. And just using them to get on top of the balloons. End event-wise, horrible. Borderline, you know, if I had to rate the events, which I might do, I would put Fracture in horrible. Chapter 4, Season 1. I would put this at an amazing as well. New map. The idea of the map just literally floating off in space, which it always has been, but how they did it with the aesthetic that they pulled off, with you being able to see out into space, was pretty cool. The weapon loot pool, it was alright. You had the Red Eye, you had the Maven, you had, was there an assault weapon that wasn't the Red Eye? I don't know. I don't remember. You had the hammers, which were really fun to get around. You had the kinetic ore that you could smack a couple of times, and they totally didn't take that from Breath of the Wild or anything. I'm pretty content with putting that at amazing. Chapter 4, Season 2. Has to be a peak season. You had the blades. You had one pump shotguns back, which was huge. You had Mega City. That whole biome, the whole like Japanese biome was amazing. I love the theories that people were like, oh my god, you know, this tiger building is gonna come to life and we're gonna have like an event at this place, yada yada yada. It never happened. But you know, the theories are pretty cool. The loot pool was amazing. Overall, the map is a pretty good map. Pretty fun to navigate through. You know, if you wanted to go from Mega City to Brutal Bastion, it was like just, oh my god, it was so nice. The aesthetics of the season were amazing as well. Now we have Wilds, Chapter 4, Season 3. Borderline horrible. Borderline horrible. And it's not quite horrible. It was like, it's bottom of the barrel. It was okay. Right. You had the cyber cannon. You had what? The only thing that carries that season is the mammoth pistol. The augments weren't that well, or weren't that good. It's borderline a horrible season, but it's just okay. They added a giant jungle biome into the center of the map, and you have to go down into it just to traverse it. Yeah, no, I'm tempted to just put this in horrible, but yeah, whatever. Yeah, no, I'm comfortable with that. Chapter 4, Season 4. An amazing season. I think they learned what the community wanted around this time, and it's like, oh yeah, you know, we want to go back to the OG, and like the OG fucking hype was massive around this time. So I think they were setting it up for that with bringing or introducing Kato Thorn into the game with his time machine or whatever. And it definitely fueled that fire that Kato Thorn's time machine had, the fucking the time on it, right? The loot pool was amazing. The idea that you can, you know, bust into vaults and steal mythics, that was also pretty amazing. Overall, a pretty good season. Chapter Fortnite OG. This was fun. It was nice being back on the Chapter 1 island. Yeah, no, the loot pool. It was pretty nice going from something overly complicated to going back to something simple. You know, the gameplay was simple. The gunplay was simple. I'd put this at... I'd put that there. It's top 3 amazing. Chapter 5. Season 1. Now, if you didn't see my last video, I said that Chapter 5, Season 1 was my favorite season out of this chapter. It introduced bullet drop, it introduced trains. The only thing that holds it back, and I still don't like it, is the movement. But yeah, fuck it, whatever. I would say, yeah, okay, the introduction of like weapon benches, I would say that it's right there. Bottom of amazing. Like borderline, it was okay. Maybe top. Nah, top of it was okay. Chapter 5, Season 2. We had the introduction of the dash, the Icarus wings, the Warforged AR. Those are the top things that I can think of from that season. The medallions. Oh yeah, Chapter 5. Yeah, wait, actually, introduce medallions. Top of, or bottom of amazing. Chapter 4 or Chapter 5 Season 2 had okay-ish medallions. So I would put this top of it was okay. Let me actually sort this. So give me a second. All right, cool. There we go. So now we are at Chapter 5 Season 3. I loved the first part of the season. So like the first couple of weeks, I loved it. It was cars. It was hectic. You know, it started off with Metallica. Me, myself, I'm a huge Metallica fan. But this season, it was I would say, I'm going to retract my statement from last video, because I actually really enjoyed this season for what it was. I would put this top 3 amazing for me. Chapter 5, Season 4, the second Marvel season. And I'm going to be honest. In my opinion, it was fucking horrible. All I remember from that season is just me complaining about the jetpacks, about people running away. Yeah, no, this is when I started really hating Chapter 5. Just the fact that it's like your loot needed to be jetpack, gatekeeper shotgun, and I think what was I think it was like a striker AR, and then the rest were like meds. That's if you wanted to win, that was literally like what your loot pool or what your loot needed to be. It was not fun. The jetpacks really ruined it. I don't even want to talk about Chapter 5 Season 4 anymore. It was horrible. And now we come to the current season. Chapter 2 Remix. And I gotta say, this is a peak season for me. I'm having so much fun with the M&M minigun. I'm like, just dropping back in Chapter 2 is way more nostalgic for me than it was when I was dropping Fortnite OG. Here, God, I like anytime I'm just walking around the map or like you know exploring the map, I'm like just reminiscing on, oh my God, I did this at this place, or you know whatever it may be. I'm having a good time. But yeah, no, this is my list. If you agree with it, if you disagree with it, hey, let me know in the comments. I might read it. But with all that being said, I'm gonna end it right here. I said what I wanted to say. If you found this entertaining, if you didn't, hey, leave a like anyways. Like I said at the start of the video, if you like the video, consider subscribing, hit that like button, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.